Hi, Shane.
Hey, how are you doing? So I was in high school. I remember your portrayal as Alex Kelly in the OC.
Yes, you must have been very young.
Yeah, I was in high school.
Yeah.
But I see that you're continuing this queer narrative and building off of it. I really appreciate that and wanted to thank you. But I also wanted to ask you, in what ways have you seen queer characters differentiated throughout the years since that?
Oh, it's a totally different universe. I mean, when we did the OC, it was thought of as so controversial that we were depicting a young queer relationship beyond just a sort of a kiss or makeout. It was that it was a relationship that was new, and it was newsworthy. It was such an event that people discussed it as though as though we had shown something that was so sort of revolutionary, and in fact it shouldn't have been. Of course, it was just part of life. It was like a slice of society that had been completely ignored. It was just a tiny step forward into reality, and now I think you see much more of a realistic depiction of the world in a much more fairly representative way, but we have a ways to go. And I think with, films, hopefully Booksmart adds to the conversation of films not having to necessarily focus on the queer nature of the characters, but just have it be a part of it, a characteristic. It's just something, and that is the direction I hope it goes. It's like the sort of normalization is a process that comes from content, from storytellers just saying, like, yeah, these two are best friends, she's straight, she's queer, it's cool, it doesn't really come up a lot, they're best friends, whatever, like, they like different people. If we can show that in stories, then people and audiences can feel more comfortable with themselves, with their family members. It will have a ripple effect. But I do see it as the responsibility of filmmakers to just work hard to fairly represent society, and it's not hard.
Yeah, completely. Inside of Molly and Amy's rooms, there was a lot of set design pieces that made me chuckle. I was wondering if you had a hand in much of that. Yeah.
It was something that I had a lot of fun with. Katie Byron, our production designer, she knew that I had a very specific kind of idea for each of the girls' rooms. And I thought, teenage girls create their identities on their walls. Their bedroom is a little window into their brains. And so what a wonderful way to introduce people to these characters. And Molly has everything from Free Palestine to Virginia Woolf to Jane Goodall to, she's got it all. And it's a little bit of an Easter egg hunt in those scenes. If you kind of pause and look around, you can see so much about her character. That room was really fun to create. It was a blast. But it was because of the collaboration with Katie Byron that we were able to make it so layered, which felt authentic to me. I think too often you see films with young people and it's like the bedroom wall with the perfectly placed new poster of the most recent current band, and it's like, really? Well, I don't know.
Thank you. I just had one last quick comment. If you don't mind, I wanted to ask you in the QA, but I just, at the panel, but I didn't get to. How do you constructively assert yourself in the helms of frustration?
Ooh. I think actually it's something we just touched on a second ago, that if you transform your emotion into something proactive and positive. So, the idea of turning anger into determination and seeing every frustrating moment within the creative process as a tool to sharpen your communication skills and to find better ways of getting things done. It's like you're just getting sharper and sharper and sharper at that. And I think it's important to not let it overwhelm you and to be discouraged by it. But for women, it's a very specific challenge because there's this idea that if we aren't happy for one moment, we are difficult. Oh, she's got a temper. Oh, she's difficult to work with. It's like, oh no. If a guy does it, it's like admirable. He's tough. He knows what he wants. And so I think it's not sort of giving in to frustration to the point where it sort of robs you of your calm and makes it a difficult experience, but allowing yourself to transform frustration into something proactive. Determination.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Shane. Nice to see you again.
You too.